Alright, I guess I need to do some updates. Obviously, this table doesn't look the same. This is the bottom side. The reason this is the bottom side is because, as you can tell, this is the rough cut side. You know, it's got all that. And I know a good bit of people are into that kind of look from the sawmill, yada yada yada. My client is not. I got I guess the nutserts is what you would call them, put in for the legs right here. But the legs barely cross over into this last board. So at the very ends, I have them done up. Now I know that these are nutserts, and then the flat metal bar I have that's going to go on out, I have holes drilled in them a little wide. That way, as this table expands and contracts, it doesn't cause any issues. And I have drilled out the holes in the legs themselves so that it'll be tight, but it'll be able to expand and contract. That's, both ends I did that on. Other leg, another leg. Now, these legs are set 2 feet in. I don't know if I've showed y'all the legs. The legs that are going on this are the same ones I have on my epoxy table in the house. So this is them. Bam, top, bottom, and it's got that square in the center. So let's talk about that square. This is milled down to fit in that square. About knocked myself out with it just now. This is going to be the side that faces out. As you can tell, it's 4 boards I had to laminate together to make this beam. It's basically 3 and 15/16 square. 3 inches and 15/16 square. And right now it's way longer than it needs to be. I got to cut about 1 foot off of it. It's about 7 feet long. I'm going to need it to be, well, it's about 7.5 feet long. I need it to be 6.5 feet ish. You know how that goes, math. But I had to stain it to match her chairs. So this ain't mahogany, and it's stained that color. This is mahogany, so I had to try to match it. And I think I did all right. There's no coating on this yet. This is just a stain, so it's gonna gloss up a little bit to help match this better. But the stain I use to get close to it is can you see it? Jacobine, however you say that, Jacobine, whatever. Legacy Parish, baby. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job matching it. I'm gonna do my first coat of polyurethane this morning. It's gonna be a little bit tough because it's freezing outside. And when I say freezing, it's Louisiana, so that's 41 degrees. You know, dying. But I'm gonna have to open a window. So I'm bundled up like the abominable snowman right now, and I've had the heater trying to get it up to like 75 degrees in here before I open a window and turn a fan on so I can not get so high I pass out. But let me wipe this table down and get a little bit of the dust off. I stained it about 2 days ago to let it all get to where it's gonna be, and it don't hopefully come off too much into my polyurethane. All right, I'm ready to get started. I have the garage door cracked, and I have a fan blowing out, so I have a current of fresh air coming in. Yep. Start on that end of the table, so the fresh air is steadily being pulled across to me, and I will work my way this direction, and then we'll shut it down. Thin down, wipe on poly. Let's get started. It's a big table to be wiping on poly, let me tell you. Alright, so I got my wife to help me flip the table over. This is the top side. Stain. Just wanted to give you a quick update on it. Today is getting its first coat of polyurethane. A little bit of wipe on poly just like the bottom. Try to get the whole table in the shot, but it's still kind of long, 9.5 feet. I ain't real tall, so there's that. Yeah. That's it. Get the whole table from this side. Let's get some polyurethane put on it, make it all shiny. Well, I forgot to hit start, but we getting this first coat of polyurethane put on the top. A little bit of wipe on poly, it's my favorite. To me, it goes on easier than everything out there. And since it's wipe on, it's been thinned down, so it soaks in extremely, extremely well. I just like it. Like everything about it. You can put multiple coats on fairly quickly. Table stained. I have 2 coats of wipe on poly on here, and I'm gonna go through and sand. This is 800 grit on a flat block, so I know I'm not digging in anywhere. I'm just gonna knock the little nibs off before I put the 3rd and then the 4th coat on. And I will sand again with 1000 grit in between the 3rd and the 4th coat. I don't know if the difference in there, that little bit is going to make a difference, but it's going to make me feel better. And then I might sand with like 2000 grit after I put on the 4th coat. We'll see. Right now, just hitting this with 800 is like glass. And that's only 2 coats, but I did the 2nd coat pretty thick. First coat I did thin like I was supposed to, but the 2nd coat I did thick. We'll see. It's all sanded down, nibs are done. Now I gotta get this off. A little bit of rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna call this a day. Alright, table's a little dull now, but it'll come around, I promise. My client sews. So this is the first piece of fabric that's been cut on this table, but it won't be the last, I promise you.